So we're on a train right now to Warwick, and it's Joshua's first train ride ever.
It's already amazing.
So Warwick has a bunch of pretty sights from what we've been seeing, so it's a really quick train ride there and a cheap train ride there, and we're gonna go to a really pretty big Tudor house and these gardens, so oh yeah. So I filmed us going to Warwick, and I didn't film going to the main thing we went to, which is Charlecote Park, which is a gigantic, beautiful Tudor-style house. It's gorgeous. It was all brick. It had beautiful grounds. It had a garden. Like, the entranceway to it just felt so grand and English. There was this gigantic stone archway, and then you walk in, and this house is just massive. Very Downton Abbey-esque feeling. More country, I think, but it was beautiful, but we didn't film it. We went there, though, because we saw that it was gorgeous. It's part of the National Trust in England, which is essentially like the national parks, is kind of what I'm getting from it, but it was gorgeous, and it had, just like walking around the house, it was so beautiful. They had this one room that had this gigantic grand piano and a bunch of old books and a sitting area, so it was obviously my favorite room of the house, but it also showed the bedrooms, which were huge and beautiful, and everything just felt luscious, It was so pretty. But the reason I picked it out mainly was because it was close to Warwick, which you wanted to visit, and also because there's a deer sanctuary on the grounds where they used to, hold deer for hunting and such when the family lived there primarily, and Joshua really liked that.
It was really cool just to see how many deer they actually had on the property. It was probably like close to 300 acres, I think, of just like pastures and forests and rivers, and everywhere that you would look, you would see these deer. And here they're called fallow deer, and like there was does and bucks running around everywhere. So it's kind of a nice little present for me, at least. I enjoyed it. So, but it was honestly just such a beautiful place, and it was like a little overcast, a little rainy, a little cold, but I think it was nice for both of us just to get out in the country a little bit and see some of this amazing landscape that we've seen pictures of a lot, but actually going there was really cool.
Yeah, so, and then after Charlecote Park, which is what we went to for the first half of the day, we went back to Warwick because Charlecote is probably like a 15-minute drive, about 30 minutes on a bus to get out there. But in the city of Warwick, Warwick is known for Warwick Castle, but we didn't go there because in the wintertime when my family comes to visit, we know that they wanted to go there, so we were thinking it'd be best to like go for the first time when they went for the first time. But there is a lot to see in Warwick besides that. It's just a really cute old English town. There's a beautiful cathedral that we went to that's so pretty, and just lots of different sites of old buildings, and there's a area called Mill Garden, which is behind the castle, and it's really cute. They only take cash. This little old woman was like taking money, and so you just go in, but it's just beautiful. It's all well-kept flowers and grass, and it's right by the river that's behind the castle, so not only can you see the entire back of the castle, which is beautiful in itself, it's just grand, and then you could sit on a bench by the water, which was really nice, because by that time of day, it warmed up a little bit, and it was just really nice to be outside and sit in the garden, so that was really, really nice. Warwick was a fun trip, and it was really easy to get to. I think we spent 8 hours total there, and I just felt like we did so much. And while we were there, we celebrated and got some ice cream because
I have a job now. After applying for like 50 different places, I finally have a job. So I will be working for NSL, which even the company does not know what NSL stands for. Nobody knows. But it's called NSL, and I am employed as a civil enforcement officer, which means I ride around on a scooter and give you parking tickets. So it's not my dream job, but it's a job. It's providing us what we need. We'll still be able to pay off loans and pay rent and go traveling. So I'm still going to look for jobs that are a bit more in my field and at least something I'm slightly more interested in than parking tickets, but we're very grateful, and it's going to provide for us what we need. And the big thing is it's giving us a travel budget. So we're planning on some stuff this Christmas, and Maggie's going insane looking at these ticket prices and all these places we can go to.
Yeah, it's exciting to be able to finally start planning where we get to go, because obviously going around England is amazing, but we're thinking Christmas time maybe doing Scotland, and spring break time maybe doing Barcelona or something. But the fact that that's a feasible thing that we can do and not have it break the bank like at all, it's just mind blowing. I feel like I keep looking at plane tickets and I'm just flabbergasted at how cheap it is to travel here. So that's really, really exciting. And what I was going to say about it's nice about his job because now we don't have to dip into loans at all either. So it's just, besides the fact that it isn't exactly what you want, it is really nice because now at least he can chill out and just look for jobs that he wants without having to like apply for things that he's not interested in at all. So yeah, things are going really well. I think we both kind of feel more normal here. I feel pretty settled now that he has a job and we have our phones, we have our bank accounts, everything is working, everything's happening. My school schedule is now pretty regular, and I'm getting used to being a graduate student versus an undergraduate student. Cool thing on my school end, as far as that kind of update, in 2 weeks, my school is taking a field trip to the Globe in London, which if you don't know what the Globe is, it's basically a recreation, an exact replica of Shakespeare's Globe, which is a really well-known theater. It's where Shakespeare's company performed. It still has amazing shows there. I went last year and saw a production of As You Like It, I think, and it was amazing, and it's still one of the best theaters here, and so to be able to go again and be able to take a class and stand on the stage, it's just mind-blowing. So I'm so excited to go, and I'm loving my classes besides that. I'm feeling challenged, but in a really great way. So it's exciting times, and it's nice to feel normal again. We have less time to travel, but it's nice because I feel like we feel less like tourists and more like people who are living here. We still feel pretty foreign, I think. There's still a lot of things where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm an American living in England, but no, it feels more like just normal. So he's starting his job in 3 weeks. So I think once he starts that and we're both kind of doing the routine thing and all of that, it's going to feel I think it's really going to hit in that, okay, we're here. I think that's kind of been the biggest sinking in thing. It's like, okay, like this is where we live. It's not just like a vacation or something like that. So I think this week I really felt that. I was like, oh, wow, like we're living in England and we're not going back for a very long time, which is good and weird. So yeah, getting used to everything.
Yeah.
So we aren't going to the castle today, but here it is in all of its glory from the backside. I feel like this video doesn't do it any justice, but right now we're heading to the mill gardens right behind the castle, but we'll be back to see it. Gosh, always.
I was trying not to while you were recording. Sorry. This time to like really film where we were going. Next time, we pinky promise we're gonna get it done some way, somehow. But until then, thanks for watching, and we'll try to keep you updated as much as we can.